friends, and welcome to my Metallophobia YouTube channel. You know, I am Mardhandu Sinha, and today we'll discuss about the Brinell hardness testing machine or Brinell hardness testing operation. How we operate this machine and how we calculate the Brinell hardness test of a sample, how we calculate or operate the Brinell hardness machine. We'll know in this lecture. Okay, so first of all we'll discuss about the machine, how we machine will use. So you'll see in our binary harness testing machine, in backside we have the hanger with load. In this position, different types of load we have, uh, around 5000 500 kg to 3000 kg load we have. And here have also a lever, and by this lever we applied this type of this how much load we needed, we applied this by this lever. And this is the microscope which is used to detect the indentation, and this is the indenter position where we place the indenter or fix the indenter. Here we use the steel ball indenter. Okay, next is this is the anvil where we place the sample. In this position we place the sample and applied the load, and this indenter will press the material, and we take the indentation with the help of microscope. And this is the elevating screw which mm, help this anvil to move the up and down movement. And this is the hand wheel. With the help of hand wheel will move the total this anvil position will move up and down, or fix the sample position to into towards indenter. Okay, this is the basic knowledge of this machine. So now we'll discuss how the Brinell hardness testing come, and who was first discovered the Brinell hardness testing operation. Scientist J. A. Brinell, who first discovered the Brinell hardness testing operation. Let's see, J. A. Brinell introduced the first standard indentation hardness test in 1900. So in 1900, J. A. Brinell first introduced. The Brinell hardness test consists in indenting the metal surface with a 10 diameter steel ball. That means the ball diameter is 10 at a load range 500 to 3000 kg. So here we use up to 500 to 3000 load, that will help to create that indentation. Okay, then the depending of the hardness of particular materials, and we applied that load depend on the material to material. Okay, and the load is applied for the standard time is 30 second, and the diameter of the indentation is measured. That means we applied that load for standard time up to we use 30 second, but mostly in case of ferrous material we use 50 second, and in case of non-ferrous material normally we use the 30 second. And after applied the load and taking the indentation and measure the diameter of indentation diameter, So given an average value of two reading of the diameter of indentation at right angle, that means you will see this is the steel ball that will be used as a indenter, and this applied force to into material and produce the indentation, and this indentation will also produce a separate diameter. You'll see here that steel ball diameter is capital D, and that indentation will produced, that diameter will be small d. So this small d is calculated by or measure by scale, and taking at least two value. This diameter value will measure two times, and this two time value is divided by 2 and taking the average value, and we will take the average value. Okay, so Brinell hardness number is expressed uh, as load divided by surface area of indentation. That means here we will calculate the Brinell hardness test, and the formula is applied load. That means how much of load is applied to the material to produce the indentation, and divided by the surface or area of indentation. That means area of indentation which will be create with the help of indenter, and this is the total area of the indentation area, which actually will calculate this formula like that. Load apply divided by pi into d into h, where d is the um, capital diameter means is the diameter of the steel ball, and h is the depth of indentation. That means how much depth how much depth we introduce that in indenter into the material. So normally we taking the formula to BHN equal to P divided by pi d by 2, and into capital D minus root over capital D square minus small d square, where P is the applied load, whose unit is kg, and capital D is the diameter of steel ball, and small d is the diameter of indentation, and T is the depth of impression. Here we use P divided by pi d t. Here we taking the small t, which is the depth of indentation. Okay, and now we'll see again. This is the applied force. This is the steel ball, uh, and we applied that force F and produce the indentation area. This is the area of indentation. This total area is the indentation area. So we calculate this is the indentation area, and this way we calculate the value of hardness number. Brinell hardness number will uh, denoted by the BHN. BHN uh, equal to we know the applied load divided by area of the indentation, which will be denoted by the pi into d into h, or we can write is the small t, right, h or small t. So Here we use a small h as a depth of indentation. Okay, now what are the precaution used in this testing operation? First of all, precaution we use, the thickness of the specimen should not be less than 8 times the depth of indentation to avoid the deformation to be extend to the opposite surface of the specimen. That means, suppose you take the sample and taking the steel ball which have diameter 10 steel ball, and this 10 steel ball diameter, this is the diameter which have diameter is capital D, this capital D. So this area is the d by 2. So this is the indentation, So what are the depth of indentation? This is the depth of indentation. So this is the depth of indentation which is denoted by small h. So this depth of indentation at so sample would be 8 times of the depth of indentation. So sample size would be 8 into h. That means 8 into h. That means that times of uh, value we need the sample size. Okay, and next is the indentation should not be made near to the edge of the specimen to avoid the unnecessary concentration of stress. In such case, distance from the edge to center of the indentation should be greater than 2.5 times diameter of indentation. Here also will see the we cannot take the hardness at the end of the sample. That means suppose this is the sample, we cannot take the hardness value at the surface point. If we take the hardness value at the surface point, then it can produce different types of unnecessary concentration of stress. That means that in that position maximum pressure will be created and depth of indentation will be getter value, we get the getter value of indentation. So we cannot tell the appropriate value of the Brinell hardness number, or we cannot take the actual value of hardness of that material. And third precaution is the rapid rate of applied load should be avoided. Rate, we cannot apply the load again and again, we cannot apply that load. So these are the precaution. Main precaution is the first one. This is the sample size should be 8 times of the depth of indentation. That means, sorry, the thickness of sample should be 8 times of the depth of indentation. Okay, and now we'll see this is the diameter of the steel ball, and this is the depth of indentation which is denoted by small h. Okay, now we use as a steel ball indenter in case of Brinell hardness testing operation. In maximum case, we use the Brinell hardness testing operation. We use the steel ball which have the diameter 10 maximum. We use 10 diameter steel ball, but we can also use 5 steel ball diameter. And So two things carry will carry. Uh, s- One is the indenter size, and the how much amount of load we use in this hardness operation. So here we use the hardness load 500 kg to 3000 kg. This is the maximum value of load, 3000 kg. Okay, now we'll discuss about the calculation of Brinell hardness test. This is the vital of Brinell hardness testing operation. How we calculate? We know, first we'll see that we know Brinell hardness number, which is denoted by the BHN, is equal to applied load divided by indentation area. So applied load is P. That means here we applied load is P, and the indentation area is pi d into ah, where the d is the diameter of steel ball and a is the depth of indentation. So we don't know, here we don't know the what is the value of h. So how to calculate the value of h? So as we know, if we do not know the h value, then we cannot actual indentation area. So first see the actual dimension of the sample, or actual dimension of the indenter. Suppose we take a sample, this is the sample, and this is the 10 steel ball, and we applied the load from the above, applied the load which is P. When we applied the load, it introduce into the material and produce a indentation, and will get the h value of depth of indentation. So OC, this OC value is the capital D divided by 2, which is the radius of the steel ball. So we can say OC equal to OB, because this also a radius of the steel ball, and OB it also the radius of steel ball. So that's why we write here, we write OC or OB equal to D by 2. But we need the value AB, which is H, but we don't know the value of H. So first we don't know the value of also we don't know the value of OA, and here this green color line, which also the small d by 2, which is the area, which is the diameter of the produced indentation area, which is denoted by the capital D, small d, which is denoted the diameter of indentation indentation diameter. Okay, so its radius also d by 2. So we can say AC is the, AC is the small d divided by 2. So we know OC equal to d by 2, capital D by 2, and AC equal to small d by 2, and OC, or we can say OB, this also the radius of steel ball. So first we'll calculate the value of OA. So as we know, we take the value OA equal to x. OA equal to x. OA equal to x. So OA equal to x, we can write OC OC square, OC square equal to uh, equal to equal to we can write OA square plus AC square. So capital D by 2 square equal to x square, because we take the value of OA equal to x. So x square plus, and the value of AC, AC is small d by, AC is the small d by 2. From that position we get the value x equal to root over capital D by 2 square minus small d by 2 square. So from here we also get the value from when we transform this equation, we can get the value x equal to half into root over d square minus small d square, capital D square minus small d square. But this is the value of x. Value of x means OA value. OA value. So this is the OA value. So but we want to know about the h value. So h equal to h, that means h equal to, the h equal to AB. We can write AB. How we how we get the AB value? AB value equal to OB minus OA. We know OA equal to x, and we get the value of x value, and OB equal to, we also value, we also know the OB value. OB value is the capital D divided by 2. So capital D divided by 2 minus x, this is the value of AB. This is the value of AB, that means h value. So h equal to, from the h value we get the value is h equal to capital D divided by 2 minus half into root over d square minus small d square. From that point of view we can write, here we know the BHN equal to P divided by pi dh. So from now we have the value of h. So P divided by pi into d. So h value equal to key half. From here we taking the common value is the half. So taking the value, so half into capital D minus root over capital D square minus small d square. So from here we derive this equation, 2p divided by pi d into capital D minus root over d minus small d square. This is the actual formula of BHN. So BHN equal to 2p divided by pi d into capital D minus root over capital D square minus small d square. So these are the materials, and according to material we have the Brinell hardness number. Lead, which have the Brinell hardness number around 5. Pure aluminium, which have Brinell hardness number is 15, and copper 35, soft brass is 60, hardened aluminium which also 75, mild steel we taking the value is 130, anil cheese steel 235, white cast iron 415, nitride surface 750 glass, which are the brittle material, actual brittle material, so 1550, and the rhenium diboride, which have the value of 4600, that means 4600. So what are the advantage and disadvantage of Brinell hardness test? Advantage of Brinell hardness test: here advantage is well known throughout industry, will with well accept result. That means we get the appropriate value of the hardness of a material, and test run quickly. That means we very easily we get the hardness value within 2 minutes, and test inexpensive to run when the machine is purchased. An initiative to imperfection, hard spot or creator in the material. These are the advantage, and they are also have limitation. One is the not well adapted for the very hard material. That means we cannot use Brinell hardness test for the hard material purpose. Not well adapted for the thin piece. We know the thickness of the sample should be at least uh, 8 times of the indentation, depth of indentation, so we cannot apply the thin sample. So not well adapted for the case hardened material. Case hardened material, in case of sked hardened material, we cannot also apply Brinell hardness test, and heavy and more expensive than other test. you if you if we compare the other hardness test, that means Rockwell, Vickers, these types of hardness tests are very easily, mainly Rockwell hardness test, which is inexpensive, and also we get the value of the material very easily. So as compared to Brinell and Rockwell, Rockwell is the fastest hardness operation. So now we'll discuss about the Brinell hardness test example. Brinell hardness test example, first we'll see. We know the actual formula of Brinell hardness, Brinell hardness number, where we can, here we'll 2L, we here we'll see the 2p divided by pi d into capital D minus root over capital D square minus small d square. This is the capital D. So from this formula, we here we'll see the one example. Here, what is the Brinell hardness of a specimen with an indentation of 5 mm is produced with 3000 kg applied load? That means here P is 3000 kg. Indentation, here do not have any indentation or indenter diameter, so we'll take the value of 10 mm. So this is the capital D value, and the here given the value of indentation diameter, which is the 5 mm. So small d is the 5 mm. From that point of view, we get the value of 142.6 kg per meter square. This is the Brinell hardness number. Or there have two different question. This is the home task. You can apply this equation and get the value, calculate the Brinell hardness of the material. First one is the Brinell hardness test produce an indentation of 4 mm. That means here given the indentation small d is the 4 mm and 10 mm, that means capital D is 10 mm, and the load, that means P equal to 3000 kg. From that equation we get the value of Brinell hardness number. Also we have the second question is the where F equal to 500 kg and 2.5 is the small d, 10 is the capital D. From here from this equation also we get the value of Brinell hardness number. So you will try this question in your home. So today we'll stop here and again we'll come back and we'll discuss about the Rockwell hardness test. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, then share and comment. Of course, like this video. If you like this video, or if you comment this video, if you give me the comment, then we'll improve myself. So thank you for watching.